Hello, everyone. I just wanted to get on here real quick so no one forgets who I am and kind of tell you what's been going on the last week, which I think my last video might have been last Wednesday, if I'm not mistaken. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It didn't do well anyway, so I wanted to let you know what's happened since then. So when I made that video, I was feeling fine, and I felt fine until Saturday morning, and I woke up and my ear hurt. You know how when you swallow and your ear hurts? And sometimes that happens and it goes away. Well, it wasn't going away, and it kind of lasted all day, and it didn't make me feel bad, but it was just kind of a bummer, because it was just there the whole time. And then on Sunday, it was still there. Still didn't feel bad. Monday morning, I woke up and I felt like I had been hit by a Mack truck. And my ear was killing me. So I made an appointment, urgent care. Went to urgent care. And here's where I'm going to get into a little rant. The nurse practitioner there she was very nice. Of course, they have to put miles and miles of information into this computer. And the whole time, of course, she's got her back to me because she's typing. I just hate that about going to see the doctor anymore. And so I was answering all of her questions. And then she gave me a piece of paper or a little whiteboard or something, and she told me to draw the face of a clock without looking at the clock that was in the room, which at this moment in time is not hard for me to do, draw the face of a clock. I mean, my doctor's office has had me do it before, but that's on like Medicare physicals, and it's like, well, okay. She asked me if my memory was okay, and I said as good as it can be for an almost 67-year-old woman, I mean, what do you want me to say? So I drew this clock, and I said, why do we have to do this? Well, you're over 65, and the government has passed some kind of an edict that medical professionals have to have anyone 65 or older draw the face of a clock, and sometimes you have to put, they'll give you a time, like make it look like it's 10 till 2, and you have to do that. She didn't do that with me. And I said, so wait a minute. So our government, who is being led by 80-year-old professional congressmen, senators, what have you, all of them are ancient. They're the ones who are telling medical professionals that you have to quiz anyone over 65 to see if they're okay. And I said, and what if, I said, I'm not coming at you, but I have a question. What if I couldn't do it? I mean, I drove myself here. I have to drive myself home. If I couldn't draw a clock for you, what happens? Do you call the men in the white coats? Do you call my family to come pick me up? I mean, am I not allowed out on my own anymore? And she just kind of looked at me. I said, I don't mean to be coming at you. It's just frustrating. I am here because my ear is killing me. And as we sit here and talk, my other ear started to hurt. And I just felt myself just like going downhill fast. It's a good thing I went in when I did, because I would have been a mess if I would have waited one more day. Anyway, that's my little rant. It just irritates me, and I can see myself being the cantankerous old woman who is going to just refuse to answer their questions and draw their pictures. I can just see that happening at some point. But, she never really did answer the question, like, well, what would happen if I can't follow your directions, or like, what if I can't? Then what are you going to do? Call police? I mean, what are they supposed to do? Have any of you experienced this, or is it just me? Do I look like I'm, demented or something? I don't get it. So if you could let me know in the comments if any of you are going through the same thing whenever you have to see a doctor. The only doctor that I haven't had to do this for yet is my oncologist. He's the only one. And that's usually just in, take my blood. Hi, how are you? Good. Done, you know. So anyway, that's my little rant. So it turns out finally when she got around to looking at me and putting all the things in the computer, she looked in this ear first and she said, oh yeah. And then she looked in this one and she said, oh yeah. And I mean, I knew because it hurt, but I thought maybe it could have been like throat, you know, back here. I don't know. But I didn't have a fever. I never run a fever. I think I could have bubonic plague and not get fever. But she said, have you any other symptoms or anything? And I said, well, yeah, I use a little Q-tip to dry out the inside of my ear after my shower, and it's had some ugly things on it, you know, the last few days, off and on, actually, the last couple weeks. So she gave me this pretty strong antibiotic, and I am to take it twice a day with food, so I'm taking it with breakfast and dinner. And she told me that by Wednesday I should feel better, and I do not. And maybe it's just going to take a little bit longer to feel better. But sitting here talking to you now, you know, it's hurting my throat to talk. So that's like a new symptom. And my ears still hurt. And now I've got swollen lymph nodes that are tender in my neck. So, you know, the other thing, if an antibiotic is not working, I guess the other thing is it could be viral, and antibiotics aren't going to work on a virus. So I'm going to give it a few more days and see what happens. But today is supposed to be, you know, my grocery day, and I've got those coming. They're going to be delivered, but I was supposed to. Well, not supposed to, but I like to go to Aldi on this same day, and I can't. I'm too tired. I just don't feel like it. So I'm going to wait a few days and go to Aldi and get whatever it is I need. So that's where I have been. How have y'all been? I'm splurging with the Diet Coke, too. I usually don't drink Diet Coke. But I need something cold on my throat, and I'm kind of sick of tea, and I'm definitely sick of water. Oh, that's another thing. If anybody could recommend a bubbly water or a flavored water, not necessarily bubbly, because that can kind of give me chest pain, but a bubbly water that you like that's really good, you know, leave suggestions for me, because I just getting regular water down, no matter how cold it is, it kind of, you know, it's hard. It's just hard to drink water. You would think that it would be easier to get water down, and it used to be for me, but I'm just tired of it, I guess, just sick of it. I'm just sick of everything. So that's where we're at here. I just got a notification on my phone a little bit ago that this afternoon we're supposed to have some severe weather come through, some thunderstorms, and the states before us, like Nebraska and South Dakota and Illinois, and those states that come before us when it comes to weather, I guess some of those places had like 87, 89 mile an hour winds. And that's hurricane force 1 winds, they said. So I'm not looking forward to that, and hopefully that'll calm down before it gets here. But you would think mid-October we'd be done with tornado season, and we're not. One year we had one of the worst tornadoes ever recorded on September 20th. And yeah, things were never the same after that. So they can happen anytime. So I'm just going to have my groceries delivered at 1, and hopefully that'll happen after, so that poor person doesn't have to be running in and out. And then I'm done. I'm done for the day. So I just wanted to say hi and let you know what's happening and do my little rant because I needed to tell someone. And as soon as I feel some better, or I have something actually I want to show you or talk about that's really worth your time, I'll do another video. But in the meantime, thanks for watching. Subscribe to this exciting life of mine. And I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.